Nigerian, and I can never be Nigerian. I am never a Nigerian, and I shall never be Nigerian. So take your fucking Nigeria and give me Biafra. Take your Zoo Kingdom, give me Oduduwa. Take your British company, give me Biafra. Take your Zoo country, give me Oduduwa. Oduduwa, wake up, rise up, fight for your freedom, kingdom. Africans, wake up, rise up, fight for your freedom, kingdom, and don't expect foreigners to fight for you. Brothers and brothers, let's come together as a family. Pick up, be one voice. Pick up, be one voice. Fight for our freedom. Fight for Biafra. The freedom Biafra, the freedom Africa. Africa, wake up, rise up, fight for your freedom. You are never a Nigerian, never, never, no, 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 never be Nigerian. No, 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 from beginning. You are never a Nigerian, nothing like Nigeria. You shall never be Nigerian, nothing like Nigeria. So take your fucking Nigeria, give them Biafra. Take your Zoo country, give them Oduduwa. Take animal kingdom, give them Biafra. Take your royal Nigeria, give them Oduduwa. I'm a soldier, Biafra, soldier.
Welcome, Uzamaka, Elema, welcome. Thank you for joining.
Security network.
You're welcome. Please, as usual, as soon as you join us, please kindly make sure you share the broadcast and click like. That is what we do on this platform. You all have to know the time that we are in. You know the problems we are facing. You know the challenges we are facing. You know the obstacles and all the trouble that we are facing. So please, as you join, make sure you click on the like button. Amuku, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining. Please, as you join, make sure you like and share. Share in every WhatsApp group where you belong. Any WhatsApp group you find yourself, make sure you share. Share to family, share to friends, share to your own platform. Keep on sharing. That is the only way we can pass this message and make sure it gets to everybody. We have to do that before we start. While you are doing that, I'm also sharing on my own side to make sure I reach everybody. That is the radical awareness we have to create. Please share and like as you join while we now go into the broadcast fully. Do the normal thing you have to do. Amoku, thank you so much. There's no election, of course. There's no election. We'll go home. Don't mind them. There's no election. Thank you so much. Please, as you join, continue to share, continue to like, do your own part, and I will do my own part, and we shall be victorious. Please. Williams Nemeka, thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining. As you join, you share, you like, click like and share. Click like and share. That is how we can be able to overcome them. The challenges are enormous, but we cannot relent in our effort to succeed. We cannot relent in our effort to overcome. We will continue to do everything we have to do to make sure that freedom comes to the Biafran people. Continue to preach the gospel as much as you can. Thank you for joining. Please join us and do your own part.
We are Biafran, nothing more, nothing less. You are welcome.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Exactly. Amoku, Biafra exit train is about to move. Of course, anybody that have not joined the train now is going to miss the train. You are right, Amoku. The exit train is on the move already. It's on the move. Anybody that have not joined have to jump and enter. That is the truth. The exit train is moving. If you have not joined, you have to work harder. You have to run and pursue the train for you to catch up. Because we are not waiting for anybody. The train is moving into Biafra, no matter what they do, no matter what they try. Make sure you key in into that train. Wherever you are, any place you are, join the train of Biafra. It is going. No man, born of a woman can stop it. Jerry Keneshuko, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you, Jerry. Thank you so much. Like and share as you join. Like and share. Like and share.
Come and see who we are.
You are welcome to the train of Biafra.
Welcome to Biafra.
We are going home. The assurance is there. No man can stop it. Thank you, Amoku. Thank you so much.
of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for connecting wherever you are connecting from. I appreciate you for being part of this broadcast today. Any place you're joining from, Biafra land, from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, I thank you so much for being there. I beg you in the name of Chukwu Kabiama. As you can see, they have started the attack on the channel. Once we start our program, the attack will be coming. Sometimes they're going to hold. It is not my network. My network is perfectly okay. But the attack you're seeing is coming from the social media network. They are trying to hold us down to make sure that people don't hear our voice. Please, if they kick you out, try to come back. When you see them begin to stifle the broadcast, please be patient, and I'm going to be back. Anytime you see them try to frozen the broadcast, try to exercise patience, I'm going to be back. This is the challenges we have to be facing, and I have to explain to you before we go fully into the broadcast, because it is giving us a very tough time to be able to pass our message. And the only way we can overcome all these challenges is by your own support. As you stand there and you're supporting, by liking the broadcast, click like. As you join the broadcast, you make sure you like it. Once you broadcast, you go and like the broadcast. Once you like it, you are actually giving us that strength to overcome. Like the broadcast and share it to any platform you belong, any WhatsApp group you belong, your family and friends, even our enemies. Share to them so that they can know our stance and know where we stand. Please try as much as possible to like, and whenever you see the frozenness coming or they kick you out, try to come back. We have to be resolute at this particular point in time. We have to be resolute. We have to put our hands together to preach this radical gospel and make sure that it gets to everybody. That is why I'm here. Remember, the platform where you are watching now is an autopiloted platform. under the platform, under the spokesmanship of Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This platform you are in is autopiloted by Chukwu Okeke Abiama himself. He directs our affairs. Mazi Simon Ekpa is our spokesperson, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the only leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. May Chukwu Okeke Abiama guide and protect everybody that have played a part, that is going to play a part in this very broadcast today. I appreciate you and I thank you so much. With all the disruption, obstructions that are coming, you are still there standing firm. With all the hindrances, as much as they are trying to hinder you from hearing the gospel, as much as they try to stop you from encouraging your fellow Biafrans on the way forward, we are resolute and we will continue to pass this message. They can't stop us. That is why I beg you, share the program, click like, go to the place of clicking like, click like. And if you have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe. Go again and recheck. If your notification bell is not on, please put it on. Put the notification bell on and subscribe. That is the best way to do it so that this information will not die in our hand. You have a role to play. I have a role to play. We must have to put our hands together, continue to push the information forward so that the whole world will hear our voice. Nobody can help us to tell our story. We are going to tell our story our own way. The truth and nothing but the truth. If you allow the enemy to tell your story, the enemy will never tell the story how it's going to favor you. The enemy will always tell the story how it will not favor you. That is why we must have to take up the challenge to tell our story by our own self. Today we are here once again to encourage our fellow Biafrans and to talk about the situation at hand. Every one of us have seen the situation today. We have seen how everything is going today. You have seen the effectiveness of our resoluteness. The autopiloted IPOB. That IPOB that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about and said that we are consistency personified. Today, you can see our achievement and the progress we have made. Each time we come online and we declare our stand and they say, it is either Biafra or nothing. We are not asking for any Igbo presidency. We are not asking for resource control. We are not asking for any form of post or any form of offer. The only thing we are demanding for is self-determination for the Biafran people. Our self-determination. And we are asking them to conduct a referendum so that we can go home. But whereby they refuse to do so, we are standing our ground and we have decided to take our fate into our hand in 2023. We have come a long way to prepare ourselves into this 2023 that we are in today. And let me tell you, everything we have done in 2022 heading to 2023 is now bearing fruit. When our spokesperson Mazi Simon Ekpa came to make speech, some people laugh at it. They say, how is it? Today, you can see that every word that Mazi Simon Ekpa has spoken is coming to pass. You can see that every effort that we have put in 2022 is yielding fruit. You can see that when we say that Biafra is going to be declared in 2022 and we are going to be free, it is a fact. It is not a dream. It's not a wishful thinking. It is a fact, something that's going to happen. And you can really see it clearly. Everything we have done from 2022 coming forward, since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been kidnapped, reaching to this very point, it is becoming very clear. Each time Mazi Simon Ekpa came and make declaration and speak the voice of the Biafran people, some people don't take it serious. They take us for a joke. But today, they are seeing it clearly. That is why we wake up to see the new decision of the INEC planning to change the date of the election. They are planning to postpone the election. You can see, because of the strength of the agitation, because of what the Biafran agitators are doing, because of what the autopiloted IPOB is doing, today, the INEC is talking about postponing the election. But we are telling them, it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter how many times they postpone it. We are standing our ground. And our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, made it clear. As they postpone, we are going to adjust to follow them. As they postpone, we are just to follow them. And there is no two ways about it. There will be no election in Biafra land. The late Muhammad Buhari will be the last president of the zoo. They have no choice. It is now very clear that they are beginning to hear the sound of music. They have begun to understand our language. They are beginning to understand language. That's why you had that very statement that was issued by INEC of postponing the election. It is not because of insecurity. If they tell us insecurity, it is not because of insecurity. When Boko Haram was in charge of Borno State, they conducted the election and even voted in the Borno State. So, what is different between now? Now that the people you have are mostly agitators. Every place you see this is only the agitators. Mainly the agitators. And it is because of this agitation, that is why you see them, they are postponing the election. But I tell you, postponement of the election is nonsense, it's useless. The postponement of election is useless. It cannot change anything. The only thing that we want to hear is a referendum. And whereby you refuse a referendum by peace, you are going to end up sending everybody away, and it remains only me. I will continue to preach the gospel of Biafra. I will continue to preach this gospel. I beg you in the name of Chukwu Karam, as you join, share and like, and do not go away because of the attack that is coming. Anytime you see they keep us frozen, that is the attack coming. Exercise patience. We'll key in and continue from where we stopped. So as I was saying, my beloved brothers, a time has come for us to be free. A time that has come for us to be free. They have understood our language. When we say there will be no election, they are now beginning to understand it better. When we say there will be no election in Biafra land, it is not a joke. It's not a wishful thinking. It is a fact. And it's now sounding clear in their ears. That is why you see them talking about the postponement of election. Even if they cancel the election, whether postponement or cancellation, it's not going to change anything. The only thing that is going to happen is that we want a referendum. Without referendum, we are going to make the declaration, whether they like it or not. The only shortcut they can be able to take is conduct a referendum for all the mainly Biafran people. Let's focus on our own self. On Biafrans, conduct a referendum in Biafran land. Let the Biafran decide their fate. Without a referendum, there can never, ever be any election in Biafran land. The only election that will be conducted in Biafran land is a referendum. And in that referendum, Biafrans will choose their fate. They will take decision on what they want. They will decide their fate. If they still want to be part of this zoological republic, they will decide. If they want to be out of it, they will decide. That decision will come from Biafran people. And it's going to come through a referendum. Anybody planning to conduct election in Biafran land, you are a time waster. And I believe some people who didn't believe initially will begin to believe. Including all those people who are trying that maybe they will support will be, maybe they will enter election, maybe after election, if it doesn't work, they will come back. You are mad. By now, you begin to understand. More especially Biafran people. All those Biafran who are pretending not to know what is happening. All those Biafran that are looking for cheap way. Every single one of them. It is going to become it's becoming clear in their eyes. And just as our spokesman, someone else said, in this 2023, so many of them who didn't believe will begin to believe. So many of them who have been asking us questions, what weapon do you have? How are you going to stop the election? How are you going to do this? Can you see it now clearly? When you are asking us, how are we going to stop the election? Every time someone will come on board, you'll be asking him, calling in and asking, how are we going to stop the election? Some of them will send out message. How do you think it will be possible to stop the election? Can you now read between the lines? The statement you see INEC issue, they didn't just issue it because they wanted to. It is not because an ordinary insecurity of the terrorists. No. It is because of agitation. The Biafran agitation have taken a different dimension. And as we are talking about the Biafran agitation, the Oduduwa people are rising. Oduduwa people are rising. The Oduduwa people are rising with full force. And I tell you, the end of the zoo is at hand. Even the politicians can see it. The politicians can see it clearly. Forget the fact that they continue to deceive people. They continue to deceive those who want to be deceived. They continue to pretend as if they're not seeing it. They see it clearly. The caliphate themselves, they can see it. British can see it. Britain, they can see it that the contraption they put together have come to an end. The international community can see that the evil contraption they march together is about to disintegrate. They can see it very clearly. And they are trying by all means possible to patch it up. But let me tell you, in this state that we are, in this era, in 2023, this is a great opportunity. The time, the long-awaited time, it has come. Every single one of them that is supporting this evil agenda is going to be there to witness the disintegration of the Zoological Republic. As they are going to leave their various countries to come into the zoo, as they are going to leave their various countries to come to the contraction to monitor the disintegration of Nigeria, that is what they are coming to monitor, not election. Let them continue to come. Let them send more convoys, more envoys. Send more envoys, send more representatives from all parts of the world. Send them. Let them come to witness the end of the zoo. It is going to happen. If you don't believe that we will stop the election, now you begin to believe. If you have not started making effort, now begin to make your effort. If you don't want to make your contribution simply because you think it's not possible, now you begin to see that it is possible. We are walking by faith. We are only listening to the voice of Chukwuka, not to human being, not to things you see with your eyes. Every time we say it, Biafra is a spirit. Many people say it because they love saying it, not because they believe in it. But I tell you, Biafra is truly a spirit. It's really bad. I don't know why they will continue to send this kind of attack. This is really bad. It's really bad. It's not encouraging. This is how far we can go to be able to send out the truth. Each time you are on high spirit trying to deliver a message, they will disrupt the broadcast and you will change the line of thought. This is really bad. It's really bad, and I don't know how long we will continue on this very way. These are the challenges we have to face because of the time that we are in. It's a time that we have to fight and make sure that we get our freedom. A time that our message is sinking in, and they know it. A time that our message is yielding fruit. They know very well of this time, and that is why the attack is coming very, very seriously. I don't know why they are focused on my channel. I don't know why they are focused on not allowing me to send out information and broadcast the way I have to broadcast. I appreciate you all Biafrans who are patient to be around and be watching up to this minute. Every one of us have to stand firm, stay strong. We are going to overcome. It is very clear that they are getting the message. They have now realized that they cannot be able to hold election in Biafran land. And that is why they are coming out on different angles, on different ways to make some different statements, try to blame it on insurgency and whatever. The only reason why they cannot be able to hold the election is because of the agitations that is going on, and it's going to intensify. They haven't seen anything yet. And it doesn't matter how many times they postponed it. We are going to be walking along until they cancel it. And whatever thing they try to do, our strategies are intact. We are going to open a page depending on whatever they do. Whatever step they take, that will decide the page we are going to open for them. We are in charge. And I thank Chukwuka for the spokesperson we have, Master Simon Epa. He is focused. He's focused. He has so many plans, so many strategies are in his hands to make sure that the zoo ends in 2023. The Zoological Republic cannot exceed this year. They can't delay it anymore. It cannot exceed this year. Let them continue to pretend. Let them continue to play as if they don't know what is coming. But I tell you, a time is coming, just like our spokesperson said, that secret war will now be made open. It will now be made open. It has been. It will be made open. Even when every other person is keeping silent, as if they don't know what is going on, we can't be silent. We can't be silent. since they have chosen to commit genocide in Biafra land, and now they are making preparation for more genocide. As you can see, they are postponing election. Just watch and see the next announcement that is going to follow the postponement election. They are going to focus on Biafra land to attack Biafra and say, hey, Mom, to commit genocide and take more life in Biafra land. That is what they are going to do. But I bet you, they are going to open the gate of hell, and that gate of hell is going to consume every one of them. The gate of hell they are about to open in Biafra land will consume every one of them. As they are preparing to come to Biafra land to launch their offensive attack, to come and take innocent lives and commit genocide. We cannot fold our hands. We are waiting and we are watching. And the ESN are on guard. We are waiting. And I bet you, every one of them that is going to come for that mission, they will never return. Every single one of them that will come for that mission, they will never return. And the ones that will be able to return, they cannot have a hope to walk into. That is a promise. They will not have a home to come into. It is not because we are too strong or because we are arrogant or because of pride, but because we know who sent us and we know the mission that we are embarking in. We know that it's a time of freedom. We are working with the time of Chukwu Okabema. And when Chukwu Okabema said yes, nobody can say no. Because he has said yes to the restoration of Biafra. Any attempt to stop the restoration of Biafra is a suicide mission. You are a gunner. It doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter how rich you are. It doesn't matter how connected you are. As long as you raise your head to stand against the coming of Biafra, you are finished. That is a statement of fact. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or you don't, it doesn't matter. But I'm telling you the reality of life. The only way for you to survive is to stay away from Biafra business. Just like our spokesperson, Mazen Samoneko, have sent warning to the international communities in whatever they are doing. I know some of them who know that the end is coming. They are preparing and warming up on how to sponsor genocide against Biafrans. They are preparing and warming up on how to protect their evil agenda. They are preparing and warming up how to protect their evil interests in the zoo. But I tell you, in this era, we will fight them with everything that we have. Just like we did in 1967, we are much more prepared now than then. We are much more prepared now than in 1967. 1967, we had nothing. We had nothing. We were building things within the war. We were learning at the same time, putting our experience to use within the war. And we held them for good 3 years. This is 223. In 2023, it cannot be the same. Today we have experts who have experimented and came out with facts. Today we have scientists, both home and abroad. We have doctors all over the world. We have people who can make things happen. They cannot hold us down. They cannot hold us down. And even on media, they cannot give us media blockade. It doesn't matter how they try. They can never, ever succeed in giving us a media blockade. Today, we are in charge when it comes to social media. And as long as we are holding the social media strong, they have no choice. Mazen Nandekano said it, that a time will come when we have no choice but to report what is going to happen. And that time is now. The time has come. They are going to report the case of Biafra, whether they like it or not. They are going to open the file. Let them continue to pretend they don't know what is going on. Let them continue to pretend and sponsor evil against Biafrans. We will never stop asking for our freedom. Let them hear it and hear it clear. There is no amount of intimidation in this world that will make us to step back an inch. We have waited a long time. We have cried enough. Nobody seems to listen. We have written petitions. Nobody seems to listen. We sent evidence in person. Nobody seemed to listen. We have complained and begged. Nobody seemed to listen. In this year, 2023, year of freedom, we have taken our freedom in our hand. And Chukwu Okabema have permitted us to go, that he is with us. That is why we are going with the full speed With full speed, we will go and make sure that Biafra is restored. No amount of intimidation will stop the restoration of Biafra. No amount of intimidation. And when Biafra will be declared, very, very soon, we are going to defend our territory, both air, land, and sea. The southeastern region will be under lock and key. The old southeastern region. If you are dreaming that the southeastern region is not in unity, we are going to shock you. Gone are the days when brothers were busy fighting brothers. Gone are the days when the distraction was heavy. In this generation, eyes are opening. Forget about the few of them see who are deceiving themselves. In this generation, Biafra land will locked down. You heard about the confrontation in Bakassi. So many of you heard about the confrontation online, Bakassi, between the Cameroonian soldiers who tried to step into Bakassi. Don't forget, the Bakassi that was sold out is Biafra land. Bakassi that was handed over to Cameroon for a bargain for what is happening today is our land, and we will take it back. And they know it. Our brothers in Ambazonia, they are there. Our brothers in Ambazonia, and they are getting prepared. We are going to hold our territory, both land and sea. When Master Simon was said at the time we come, when we are going to declare a no-fly zone in Biafra land, people took it for a joke. They are asking us, how prepared are we? You are asking, how prepared are we? Wait. The time is coming when you will not ask that question anymore. And for those of you who is still hanging around, for those of you who still think because they are not, you're waiting for us to show you how prepared we are. You're waiting for us to show you, for you to see things before you begin to key in into the. Our destination is Biafra. That is our destination. Please, my brothers and sisters, if you have joined this broadcast today, please kindly like and share. I beg you in the name of Chukwu Government, like this program. Click like. Go to like, click like, give it a thumbs up, and share the broadcast. That is how we can be able to overcome this attack. The attack is increasing by day. They don't want us to broadcast. They don't want us to send information to people. They won't want Biafran to key in. You are going to support the broadcast radically by clicking the like button. Click the like button. It is clicking the like button. Click the like button. It is very important. Very important. That is the only way you can support me here. The major way, that is the only way you can support me here. The major way you can support me in this broadcast is by clicking the like button and share. The message I'm preaching is for you and I. The radical evangelism is not for me alone, it's for you and I. We have to send this message so that they can hear us clear. That no amount of intimidation, no amount of attack, if they like, let them bring the whole B-52 and fill the sky in Biafra land. It will not stop us from asking our freedom. It will never, ever stop us from asking our freedom. Every single move they make against us, give us a reason to fight more. Whatever move they make against us, it will give us a reason to fight more. Every day you wake up, you go to the social media. You wake up, you go to their conventional media. You see reason why you must have to fight more. Just imagine the video that our spokesperson played yesterday. That was compiled by the criminal BBC. Criminal BBC. And this has been their games. Each time BBC want to report issues about the zoo, each time they want to make a documentary, they sideline the Biafran people. We are always shortchanged in everything. We are always shortchanged. The Biafran people are always shortchanged. You are putting together informations about the atrocities that the terrorist government of Nigeria is committing in the north, and you skip the Biafra land, and you call it a comprehensive investigation. You call that a comprehensive investigation to the whole world. That will show, that will even show, that very documentary shows that Biafra land is not part of the zoo, and that is why we want to get out. Biafran land is not part of the Zoological Republic. It's not part of the contraption called Nigeria. We are not part of it. And you see that in the attitude of the BBC. Each time they bring their documentary, they always sideline the Biafra land. How can you compile such kind of a documentary? And yet, there was no evidence. There was no issue. The issue in Biafra land was not included. Biafra land, where they have committed the grievous crime of genocide and torture. In the section of Nigeria where they have committed the greatest number of genocide and torture, where we have seen them kill people in masses, burning houses, torturing Biafran. Even up to today, as we are watching this video, they are still torturing Biafran. And Biafrans are scattered in all prisons in Nigeria. Simply because they are Biafran, that is why they are in different jails in that Zoological Republic. Being a Biafran has become a crime. Being a Biafran has become a crime in the Zoological Republic. We have been made an endangered species. And yet, BBC will come out with a comprehensive, what they themselves call a comprehensive report of the evil of the Zoological Republic, and they excluded the old Southeastern region, Biafra land. It doesn't stop there. The conspiracy is with all the international communities. Each time they want to render a help to the zoo, it is always in the north. Go to the northern part of Nigeria, you see them sponsoring a lot of things in the north. You see them giving so many aids in the north. The British, when they want to give their aid, is only in the northern Nigeria. You see them talking about northern Nigeria. Every time it is about the north. Even World Bank. When World Bank want to issue money for agriculture, it's always in the north. When they want to give any support, it's always in the north. They exclude the southern part of Nigeria. Not the southern, mainly Biafra land, the old southeastern region. They are always excluded. They exclude them as if they are not part of it. And knowing fully well that they don't want us to be part of it and we're not part of it, why don't you allow the Biafran people go? Why is it a crime when we are asking for self-determination? We want to get out and be on our own. We want to be able to grow at our own speed. We want to have our own space and explore. We are not begging. We are not beggars. We are not begging the international community to give us anything. We want to stand on our own and build our own economy, build our own life to the standard that we want. Is it too much to ask? Is it too much of a thing to ask? Self-determination, the so-called international made it that self-determination is the right of every human being. You have the right to demand for self-determination. We have been demanding for self-determination for a long time. The international community see it, and the Zoological Republic, the contraption called Nigeria, continue to decimate and take the life of innocent Biafrans. Have you ever seen where they made a comprehensive documentary on the attack on the Biafran people? Have you ever seen such? Have you ever seen such? When you see them do something like the one that the CNN do, it was sketchy. CNN did their own. It was a very sketchy one, not in details. Even though they have people on the ground who has evidence, we have flushed them with different kinds of information, updates, different kinds of evidence of the crime against humanity in Biafra land, and yet they close a deaf ear to it. They pretend they don't see it. But in 2023, in this 2023, they can't pretend anymore. In 2023, nobody on the planet Earth will pretend about the calamity that's going to happen in Nigeria. They won't pretend. That secret war that they are causing in Biafra land, that secret war they are using to keep us down and oppress us, we will bring it to the open so that the whole world will see it. We will bring it to the open. That very secret war that the governments of the world are sponsoring against the Biafra people, we will bring it to the open so that the citizens of the world will see it. After seeing it, they decide to keep silent. Then we will take our fate in our hands. There's no two ways about it. Biafra is going to leave the Zoological Republic in 2023. Whether they like it, we are not begging. Time for begging have passed. Remember the prophecy. Dialogue now. Dialogue now. A time will come when you I'm so sorry, fellow Biafrans. So sorry for the situation of the things. The attack is getting worse and worse and worse. And I appreciate you for being patient up to this very minute. You all who has been patient to this very minute and be able to be patient of this time, I appreciate you and I applaud you. We are going to find a solution and see what we can be able to do to protect ourselves from this attack. But we will continue the broadcast by tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Abiyama. We will continue from tomorrow. I appreciate you and I say may Chukwu Abiyama guide and protect everyone who has connected to this very platform today. Everyone that have been patient enough to stand behind up to this minute. I appreciate every one of you that have been patient for us to broadcast up to this time. If you are watching from Biafra land, from any part of the world you are watching from, I say may Chukwu Abiyama guide and protect you, secure you. I appreciate every one of you. I will be continue from where we stopped by tomorrow and continue to disseminate information. Please share and like. There is nothing we can do. They own the platform. They can do anything they want. They can restrict you. They can hinder you. They can obstruct you. But I thank Chukwu that at least we have made sense. At least everybody that come on this platform today must have had one or two things. Put them to use. Biafra is our destination. No amount of attack will stop us from getting Biafra. In 2023, Biafra will definitely come. They can't stop us, no matter how they try. They can kill us. They can destroy us. They can do anything. Even if it's only one person that survives in Biafra land, that one person will establish a same nation called Biafra. Our destination is Biafra. We cannot sell our right for any other thing. We cannot contradict. We cannot exchange our freedom for anything on the planet Earth. Biafra will come. We are in that year. We are counting days. In question of a few days, it's going to happen. And please put the dates in your heart that Master Simon mentioned and listen and watch and see what is going to happen. Even if they make their postponement, we are going to wait and see. Whatever step they take, we are 1,000 steps ahead of them. And we're going to be opening the pages according to how they react. I appreciate everyone who have joined this very platform today. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Please exercise patience with me each time you see them having this kind of attack. I applaud you for being patient and being there. I'm so sorry for what is happening. I'm so sorry for the hindrances. So sorry for the obstruction. They make us change the line of our thoughts. And when we are trying to make sense, they try to distract us. But I tell you, it's not going to be for too long. Whatever you have had, pass it on. Biafra is here. May Chukwu guide and protect every single one of us. Protect our spokesperson, Master Simon Epa. Protect Master Nandekano. And lead us into Biafra. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from. And stay blessed. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.